So at this stage of the year, we've got one more trip in us for the month of February. It's been a couple weeks since we've been to the studios, and from what I'm gathering on all the social medias and updates from other people, a lot's happened. So of course, I gotta do what I always do and come see it with my own two eyes. So, in the words of the great Pat McAfee,
let's go!
But we got to make our obligatory first stop at the escape rooms that they're still building over here on the backside of CityWalk. Looks like most of this outer wall, they're getting it spackled, getting it finished off. Both of the areas that they had the wall redone, in addition to the one up top here where I thought they were going to have like an additional portion of one of the rooms.
No, not this time. It's totally made up.
Probably not. Looks like right now it's a storage, but I'm sure most of it in there is a storage because they're working on that little extension area there and still just kind of finishing the outside. So this is where it is as of today, just kind of hanging out. Right next to it over here, iFly is completely torn down. The only thing they've got left to do is this big metal display casing that they have in the front there. They dug a big old hole. So there's a big old trench now where it used to be. I don't know if they're going to fill that in. I'm assuming.
You should never assume.
This actually kind of reinforces a point that they might actually put a hotel here because maybe that hole is there for plumbing and sewage and all that other stuff that you have to obviously put underneath structures. So maybe this is where the hotel is going to go, right next to Margaritaville for that sweet access to a
5 o'clock anytime drinking.
As far as whatever's going on behind me at the AMC, I have no idea. If they still got the scrim up, they're working back there. Then they have this little kind of it's almost like a holding area for other materials and whatnot that they're keeping across the pathway here. I don't know. I still am assuming that maybe they're reinventing the box offices, but it's 2025 and I don't think they really need box offices anymore. I know theaters like to keep them around for posterity, but they already got rid of them here, so.
I think the most worthy opponent of you is you.
That is correct.
Bringing them back is kind of seems like a
Working twice as hard.
over here on the back side of the Woody Woodpecker lot. I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more advancement here, but I guess they've kind of gotten all of the digging and deconstruction out of the way. So now it's going to kind of, to the naked eye, it's going to look like it's just going to start moving a lot slower. Doesn't mean they're not doing a lot underneath the skin, but I'm still not quite sure what's going to go out here. A lot of people have said hotel out here. Some people have said parking lot expansion. Some people are saying just as much as like a security checkpoint. So I don't know, but this is kind of where we're at now. It's just a lot of dirt, a lot of rocks. As far as the rest of CityWalk goes, there's not really a lot to talk about. I'm kind of curious whether Things from Another World store, I know it's a little blasphemous to say this, but I'm curious if that's going to stick around now that iFly's kind of going away. I know Margaritaville's going to stay, but I know Things from Another World has kind of been around since CityWalk's been open, so that might strike a chord with some people. But I was looking for like maybe some more storefronts that have closed down, but it's just the same old story. I know it's just still rumors that Johnny Rockets and Jamba Juice are going away too. They've survived thus far. We'll see if they still stand when all is said and done. But it's 10 o'clock now. It's time to actually go into the park. One of these lines at the gate are always super short, but they go so slow. Like, imagine how much faster it would be if they didn't have the stupid fingerprint readers.
Well, why don't you cry about it?
Saddlebags?
I honestly couldn't tell you which entrance is hotter, Knott's or this one, after standing in this one for 15 minutes. Not so bad for a park open. Everybody's gonna get their first ride of the morning, kind of set the tone for the day. I think we should do the same. Also, we got kind of a good news, bad news situation. Now, the bad news is the Mummy shut down today. But the good news is Waterworld is back, baby. Now, because it's not 11 o'clock yet, this side of the park in the upper lot is still closed. So that limits our options for what we can do. However, I had plans to do something anyway. That doesn't involve having to go over there yet. A lot of people have actually been displaying a little bit of maybe some vitriol, or maybe they're just over it towards Springfield. I think people kind of see the writing on the wall and they know that it's impending doom is coming up in the next couple years. So they're just ready to kind of move on and get it over with and rip the Band-Aid off. They obviously aren't going to say anything about this until it's finalized, but Springfield will always have a place in my heart. It was the first ride that I rode once and decided I would never ride again. Now, since we're here, we're going to go ahead and take a ride on the studio tour, see if there's anything different this time around, see if we can keep our eyes open for maybe an Easter egg or two.
And here we
Go.
Not a whole lot going on the front lot yet. I do see that they're building that Dungeons and Dragons set inside the soundstage next to Transformers. But other than that, there's really not a lot going on. And you get some cool views of the passenger.
One of the two stages is home to the
Other than that, the front lot, kind of quiet.
We've seen the front.
Well, they're still shooting over there.
Something old and tiny.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. They're just eating each other. This is my favorite thing to do now when I'm in here, is watch other people's reactions to this. It's so genuine, it's so pure. Also get slapped in the face. Also, something that always gets me, if you've seen this King Kong movie, you remember there's a scene that will stick with you where they're all stuck down in that pit, getting eaten by giant bugs. Yeah, that's where King Kong leaves you in this ride. So is he a hero?
I don't know!
Metro sets have been super busy for like the last year and a half. I guess it's a good thing, but hopefully after they wrap up this top secret production that they're doing.
Go backwards through the western set today.
What I was saying, hopefully they get it all finished up so that they can use it for horror nights at some point.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
That was weird. We completely skipped Little Europe and Earthquake. At least we get Jaws. And we missed like a whole quarter of the tour because there's a lot of filming going on today. I'm assuming that's why Little Europe is closed, why Earthquake is closed, and why Wisteria Lane is closed. A lot of filming going on.
At this point, we're about to work shortly. Remember to pull
For real though, are they ever going to get rid of this giant shark? Oh, hey, look, baby, we can see our house from right here.
Right.
Harley, you see any aliens?
Whole operation.
Thank God for these super duper fast semi-trucks. Oh, he's on the drone helicopter. God, he's even bigger than helicopters. Speaking of things that I just cannot wait to go away. May have actually been the shortest studio tour we've ever been on. And a whole 40 minutes later, we're back at the station. That was probably the shortest studio tour we've ever done. But I guess when you're cutting off a lot of the tour because they're shooting everywhere, kind of takes away a little bit of the magic. But it is what it is. Let's go to the lower lot. On to the old Hillside Mystery Project. The good news is they did start actually redigging again. It looks like they started kind of trenching out that road and making it more of an actual road and less of a slope. I mean, but that's really all that they've been able to do. I was hoping that they would start digging out maybe more trees or something, but that's not. It looks like they're going to actually kind of tear this hill off and maybe break off the bottom first, dig all that out, get that out of here, and then go up another layer and do it like that. Now, whether they use this road as actual path and they keep it and they pave over it and whatever, that is yet to be seen. I don't think that's going to be the case. We will know if we see maybe some rail guard. I do know that they have started to kind of up the crew a little bit because there's a lot more cars in this area now. But we'll see what happens here. There's nothing really to talk about at the lower lot, so we'll head back up to the top. Interesting experience to be walking through a monster-free Paris on a Monday. Oh wow, that guy figured out the secret shortcut to get through Jurassic World. I'll tell you what, it's crazy being away, even for just a couple of weeks, and you come back and you see how much is actually done, and then you kind of regain the appreciation for the size and like just how daunting and imposing this ride is from certain angles. It's huge, it's gigantic, and it's only going to get even bigger when they finish this stall up here. The building looks fantastic, completely wrapped in brick. Still the screamers are all across the front. I'm sure that's what they're working on now, and they're working on the inside of it. This whole little middle section, the main section here, is what they're probably spending most of their time on, I'm assuming. But it looks fantastic. They're getting there's like a little section underneath the track that they've kind of leveled out. I don't know if it looks like they're gonna build a wall there. Maybe that's going to be a little more soundproofing.
Wrong again, idiot.
No, the soundproofing walls are the square ones. So these square bases, that's where the wall is actually going to go along. So along the whole bottom part there. And they still just got this one main section of the wall built. It looks like they're digging further along that main stretch and that whole rear kind of loop around toward the end there. They're gonna go that way first and then maybe come back this way. I could sit here and look at this freaking roller coaster all day and it's like 35% done. I feel like once I officially start feeling the sweat dripping down my back,
Brother,
It should be warm enough for them to open up the water park. I'm not gonna go in it, I'm just saying. I like hearing it and smelling it.
That make me weird?
Oh, they brought Gru out today, and he's in a friggin' great snappy mood.
But I did stay at Holiday Inn Express last night.
And don't forget, we're in that rare time now, the couple of months a year, where the Parisian Courtyard is actually open to sit and lounge and eat and whatever before they start bringing in a new house for whatever it's gonna be this year. Monstrous 3, probably.
Stop whining.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be cynical about that. I'll move on. No snowball today, which just makes it kind of a little bit more pleasant, but not as fun. Oh, but they brought the little duckling from the Duckling movie. You know the movie with the ducks.
Let me do this again.
Oh, it's live, pal.
Okay, this is a message for Knott's Berry Farm. You see this right here? Why can't you get people that are that big to play Snoopy and Woodstock? At least Woodstock. It's possible, see? And also for FanFest, are we gonna see some kind of really cool meetup spot here in the Plaza? That would be kind of nice. Kind of similar to what they do for Horror Nights. Maybe have some drinkies or something.
Why are you saying it like that?
Must have found that backstage. Huh, look at that.
Take a look at that.
Now this part of the gift shops is cool, but I really miss the House of Horrors that used to be here. Do we not think that Harry Potter maybe gets too much love at Universal Studios? And I feel like this is what we need to be paying attention to. As soon as they stop setting it up for events and stuff, then we know that maybe they're getting ready for Universal Hollywood Phase 4.
You sure about that?
Featuring obviously the Universal Hotel that's supposed to be going up here. Is this another Conjuring or La Llorona?
Don't judge me, man.
So I managed to do something that I haven't done at any theme park in quite a while, and that's lose track of where I parked. So while I go and try to find my car, wherever it is in Jurassic Parking, I'm gonna bid thee adieu. So until we see you up on the mountain, here at the studios, or back out at the farm, we'll catch y'all on a flippity flop.